Hey guys, so today I'm going to be telling you guys a few stories about parties that I've had at my house and parties that I've been to. So as for parties that I had, I was the queen of throwing parties when my parents were out of town. I do not recommend it. They almost always found out that I had parties. It was really annoying because I was like so fucking good at cleaning up after myself and my drunk ass friends. So rule number one of having parties is do not fucking invite people that you do not know, because they will trash your house and they will make a mess and you won't be able to fix it because they will break shit and act crazy and get you in trouble. So I never did that. Like, I remember someone in my grade did that, and they literally, the people who went to her house put their feet in paint cans and walked across her fucking floor. So no, I did not invite people to my parties if I was not friends with them, because that is rule number one of fucking your house up. So I had this party. It was actually pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, it was a theme party because we thought we were like really fucking hot shit in high school. So I was like, let's have a theme party. What's really easy? Western theme party. Everyone can dress up as cowgirls and cowboys and it'll be fucking magic. So that's what I did. I feel like there's a hair. Anyway, all my friends come over and it was a poppin' party. There's probably like 30 people there. It was good for me. But as you know, if you've ever had a party in high school or if you've ever been to one, a lot of the times people try to come to your house and try to pretend they're your friend and ask what you're doing that night so they can come to your party, because there's nothing fucking to do in high school. So I was getting calls from people, texts from people. Hey Meg, what's up? What are you doing tonight? Girl, let's hang out. What the fuck? No. I will say it to your motherfucking face, which I actually had to do when a group of girls that I was not friends with in high school came up to my door in full cowgirl attire. So they were like, hey, we heard about your party and we were hoping you could like let us in. And I was like, oh, but wait, like we're not friends though. I just remember closing the door in their face and being like, you didn't think to shoot me a text and ask if it was okay if you could come to my house since we're not fucking friends? Like, they weren't nice girls either. They were like kind of bitches. So I was like, no honey, you can't just come to my house. No honey, no. That was the first thing that happened that night where I started realizing this shit is about to get a little crazy. So throwing a party is a lot of work. Like, you don't want to do it, but someone has to do it. And if your parents go away and you think you can get away with it, you're the one who has to do it. So I realized that everyone was being mad loud and needed to go in my basement to play beer pong. So I was like, everyone downstairs, go the fuck downstairs now. So these motherfuckers opening up the windows left and right. I'm like, you're missing the point of being quieter. Are you fucking kidding me? So I had to whip out the baseball bat a little bit. I mean, it happens. So after a couple of people were threatened with that, I went upstairs and I'm walking through my living room. And I look out my front door and then I realize I'm looking out my front door. Like, there is no screen door anymore. It's gone. It's gone. So I was like, my head is about to spin on an axis unless someone gets upstairs and fixes this motherfucking door. So I turn around to go downstairs. What is on the floor is my mom's favorite picture that she's had for about 20 years on the floor. I about snapped. I did actually. I took the bat. I went downstairs. I said, whoever fucked up my door in my mom's favorite picture needs to get upstairs now before I actually start swinging this thing. And they did. Actually, these two guys, I don't even think they were the ones who did it, but they went upstairs, they fixed my door, they fixed my picture. It was all good until my mom knew I had a party. And I was like, how did you find out? How did you know? I cleaned, but I didn't clean too much, so she wasn't like, why did you clean so much, bitch? You don't clean. Yeah, she figured it out because someone had crushed a Titanic VCR tape into the downstairs VCR player that no longer works. So it was like jammed into that, and she's like, who would do that but a drunk teenager? Duh. And so I was like, yeah, I had a party, I'm sorry. You can whip my ass now. I was like, but you didn't know. You didn't know, did ya? She's like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh, and the next morning, my neighbors have these slow kids, like they're like slow down, those things. They're yellow. Well, they were scattered all over my front yard. So you can imagine the look on my face when I go out and I'm like, oh my fucking God. The neighbors didn't even call the cops on me. Hello, I fucking love you. Because they easily could have been like, Meg, get your fucking shit together. But they were nice. So that story was pretty funny, and I'll never forget that party, and I never want to have one of those parties again because that was a whole bunch of bullshit I didn't want to deal with. But I went to a party once. It was at the same house that I was at, that 3-story house. I don't know if I told you. Yeah, I told you about it in my, like, how I got assaulted at that house actually, but not by them. I don't know. It's confusing. But go check out that video if you want to hear what happened at that house. But I was at that house because it was my friend's house, 3 stories. So they were having a crazy party that night. This is in college. And I am one who doesn't like tequila. I do not do tequila shots. If I put tequila in my drink, it's very rare, and I'm usually already hammered. But yeah, no tequila for me. So we were there, and a bunch of the older girls were like, drinking games, woohoo, let's do the drinking games. And I was like, fuck. And then this girl pours me a shot of tequila and is like, let's take a shot. And I was like a freshman, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, well, okay, like, whatever, fuck this, like, I'm gonna fucking throw up everywhere. I was like, what's one tequila shot gonna do? So I had been drinking UV Blue all night, and if you're an OG high school drinker from like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you might know what UV Blue is. It's nasty. But I had been drinking that all night, and then this bitch wants me to take a tequila shot with her. So I naturally do. I take the shot immediately. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up everywhere because like tequila is my nemesis. Like, we do not get along. So I go into the bathroom and it's locked. It's locked. So I'm like, I'm just holding my cup, like trying to act natural, trying to act like I'm not gonna blow chunks everywhere. And so I'm like, all right, I'll go down to the 2nd floor and I'll go into that bathroom. And so I go down to the 2nd floor. I go to that bathroom, locked, also locked. So I'm like, I'll go outside and throw up because I'm really gonna throw up now. Like, I'm really getting there. So I turn around to go down the stairs. People are paying money to get into this party. There is a cover charge now to get into this party. So there's no getting by these people who are in a line to get into this party. So I'm standing there, I'm like, what the? I'm like, I have a cup. I have a cup. Thank the fucking Lord. I have a cup. And I literally, you know what I did? I threw up in the cup, like, quietly, and I put it down, and I never looked back. So I'm disgusting. But I was laughing my ass off when I did it because nobody knew. I didn't make a mess. But I felt bad for that motherfucker who found that cup the next day because holy shit. That's nasty. But yeah, that was 2 of my funny party stories. I have plenty of funny party stories if you guys want to hear more. I've definitely had more parties than the one that I just told with the Western theme. I had about 3 or 4, so yeah, I'm a little badass. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more story times or funny stories, let me know in the comments. I'm also going to start doing Wine Wednesdays with Meg, where I post a video on Wednesdays drinking wine with you guys at night. So you don't have to drink wine, but I'm going to be drinking wine. And I'm just going to talk about something I want to talk about, whether it be Kim Kardashian, Chloe Zeth, whatever I want to talk about. Stuff that's crazy to me on either social media or like the interweb. The interweb, what the fuck. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna go.